Hey there, I have some stretches and some release exercises for you to try if you've got any hip issues going on. So that could be hip flexors, that could be piriformis, that could be anything in the hip joint itself. Now again, this is a general program, it's not for any specific hip issue. So if it doesn't feel like it's working for you, it's causing you any additional pain, something worse than you're already experiencing, then please back it off, maybe skip that particular stretch or exercise. All right, here we go. So the first one is an outer hip release. So we'll take a ball. It could be a yoga tune-up ball. It could be a tennis ball. Be placing it on the outer upper glute area. So this is the gluteus medius. So I'm on my left side right now, and I'm leaning to the left. Now I could stay on my hand here, or I could come down on my forearm, which is maybe a little bit more intense. So you do what works for you. You feel it out. So I'm going to be doing some clamshell type maneuver with this bottom leg. So it's my left leg, and the ball is under my left side. So I could also start to move around on the ball, do some circles, move up and down. Sometimes that's easier up on the hands. Right, and so you could also, if that's too intense, try it with a double ball. And you could use two balls inside a tote like this, or inside a tube sock, tie it off. So this just distributes it a little bit more. So if the ball's too intense, try the double ball, or you could take it against the wall. So if you take this up against the wall and did this up against the wall, it would be way less intense. So give it a try, see what works for you. So I've got the double ball now. I'm kind of working that same area, moving up and down, side to side. Okay. And then I might come completely on my side and start to do some, like a bicycle type maneuver with this bottom leg, or a marching type maneuver with this bottom leg. Or I might simply move up and down, up and down. Now, if you don't have a ball, but you have a foam roller, you could certainly use a foam roller. It's the same concept. Outer hip area, I'm moving completely on my side, getting the TFL, tensor fascia lata, which is here in the side-ish, front-ish of the hip. Those are technical terms. All right. So that is the release with the foam roller or the ball for the outer hip area. So we're going to be moving on to the hip flexor upper portion now. So most people think of the hip flexor as being just this part where the leg connects up to the hip, but it actually goes beyond that. It goes all the way up here to where it connects into our spine, way up by our rib cage. So we need to release that too. We're going to be using this smaller ball to release just one side, and then of course you'll do the other side. So you'll come to lie down on your belly. I've got it under my right side now, so it's under my right side. So it's to the right of my belly button and right above my hip bone. So I might simply lay and take some deep breaths. Or I might start to move side to side. I could come up on my forearms. I could lift a leg. I could move side to side with a bent knee. And again, simply relaxing and holding and breathing deeply is a wonderful option. So again, most of us know about how to release the hip flexor down below, but most of us don't really get this upper portion of our hip flexor, and when that's tight, it can definitely pull our body out of postural alignment, which can cause back problems and hip problems. Okay, so we're going to move on, and the last one I have for you is actually a stretch, a combination of a hip flexor and a hamstring stretch. So if you have a block, go ahead and slide it underneath your tailbone. If you don't, you could use a foam roller or some pillows, but something to lift your hips. Now, it's not where my back arches, it's actually all the way down on my tailbone. So I'm going to hook my right foot and a little bend in my right knee. Now you'll notice my hip bones are tipping towards me. You don't want them to tip away, you want them to actually tip towards you. My left leg will then extend out. Already there's a gentle stretch happening on the hip flexor here, the lower part of the hip flexor. So now I'm going to increase the stretch by pointing my left toes and reaching them away, trying to get as long as I can in this left leg. So I'm contracting the muscles. Take a deep breath and then exhale and soften in. This leg might come a little more towards me and I feel a little more of a stretch here. We're going to do that 2 more times. So point your left toes, the bottom leg, reach away, reach away, reach away. Take a breath in and soften in. And we'll do that 1 more time. Point your left toes, reach away, get really long in this left leg, and then relax and soften in. And I'll stay here for another 30, 40, 50, 60 seconds. Alright, so give those a try, see how it goes, and let me know how it goes for you.